Streaming live now on News8000.com. You're watching WKBT La Crosse. This is News 8 Now, this weekend.
Right now at 10, the puppy mill problem. Western Wisconsinites are pushing to end a harmful practice and give dogs a better life. Good evening and thank you for watching News 8 Now this weekend. I'm Emily Haugen. Overbreeding in cramped cages, poor conditions, and almost no medical care. That's the reality for dogs in the roughly 10,000 puppy mills across the U.S. And if the dogs are unwanted, the mill owners have them abandoned or killed. As Ken Kozarowski reports, Western Wisconsin shelters are trying to put an end to the practice.
We created these dogs to be companions, and now they're treating them like livestock, and it's not right.
Problematic puppy mills exist all over Wisconsin. Some of the worst the USDA have ever inspected are right in the Coulee region. Cheryl Statz volunteers with Rivers and Bluffs Animal Shelter in Prairie du Chien. She says the sight of abandoned puppy mill dogs will break your heart.
They all have ear infections, they all have mats, they all sometimes have fleas.
That was the case for 2-year-old Nellie.
They called her the county case stray.
Last year, Statz and other city residents saw Nellie and a handful of other doodles with matted fur dumped and left wandering on Highway 35. It took shelter workers like Brianne Bolt 2 weeks to catch Nellie because she was so afraid of human touch.
Not all dogs are bred with good intention.
But as dirty and unsafe as the mills may be for the puppies inside, they're not illegal. So what can shelters do?
There's a big movement right now for communities, cities, villages to pass ordinances that do not allow pet stores to sell puppy mill dogs.
Statz and Bolt called for such an ordinance in the nearby town of Bridgeport, where a breeder would sell puppies at a farmer's market on the main town road.
They see a puppy and they want the puppy, but they don't know what they're buying. They don't know what they're essentially funding.
Thanks to Statz and Bolt, the town now has an ordinance banning sales of commercially bred animals.
The only way to stop them is really to stop buying dogs from them. So a lot of people get that idea of like, but we rescued that one dog. We bought that dog from a puppy mill and we rescued it. Well, you just fed the cycle. So you just gave them exactly what they wanted, which was profit.
Shelters say anyone wanting to buy a puppy should do their homework.
We need to talk about responsible buying and breeding and responsible adopting of dogs. Like, ask questions when you're buying a puppy. Like, where's the mom? Where's the dad? Can we see them? What vet work have they had? What genetic testing have the parents had to make sure you're buying a healthy puppy? Not all breeding is bad. There are good breeders that care about their dogs and care for their dogs and don't overbreed. But there is a problem of people that just see the money.
For Statz, the Bridgeport ordinance is a good start, but she says a bigger help would be state and federal legislation to keep puppy mills in check. Until then,
Belly rub.
She's adopted Nellie to provide the quality of life she deserves.
I hate to think about what she's been through, but I just can try and make her life from now on a lot better.
For News 8 Now, I'm Ken Kozarowski.
Nonprofit animal shelters and rescues want to save as many animals as possible, not just from Wisconsin puppy mills, but from overcrowded high-kill shelters in southern states. On Thursday, we'll explain how they can reach that goal, despite obstacles keeping them from doing more.
Wow, what a gorgeous day across the Coulee region. Hey, we were in the upper 70s and low 80s, made it to the big 80 here in La Crosse, upper 70s towards Sparta, 79 in Black River Falls, mid 70s over towards the Viroqua area. Boscobel, you made it to 80 degrees as well. Outside right now, look at this. We're seeing temperatures in the 50s and 60s, 52 in Sparta, Double Nichols, 55 in Volkfield, 57 in Boscobel, 10 warmer in Viroqua, Eau Claire, and Ladysmith. Good evening to you guys. You are checking in with 58 degrees. The next several hours will stay in the 60s till we get to about the 4 o'clock time frame. Then we'll see temperatures going into the mid 50s. We are going to keep the precip chance out of the forecast, which is some great news for the most part. We are seeing some false returns on the radar scan right now. This is going to get a break for the next several days. And the good news is high pressure is large and in charge. It is in control, and it's going to stay in control for a good while. Outside right now, look at this. Eau Claire's at 58 degrees. Your humidity's at 60% with calm wind in La Crosse. we are sitting at 65 degrees with clear skies. 69 is the current temperature at the station with winds out of the east at 6 miles per hour. Now, Emily, coming up in the first warn forecast, we're going to talk about temperatures going into the 80s. We're going to talk about a backdoor cold front that's going to push its way through. We're going to drop the temperatures a little bit. And I hate to be the bearer of bad news, I did have to put a rain chance somewhere on the 8th day. It's on day 8. But it's on the 8th day nonetheless. We'll talk about that in a few minutes.
So you weren't lying yesterday then?
No.
All right. Thanks, Eric.
You bet.
Well, looking north, authorities are hoping cooler temperatures and showers in the next week will assist fighting the current blaze in Alberta's East Prairie Meta Settlement. This is in Canada. The conditions have forced the authorities to close some campgrounds and parks over the popular Victoria Day weekend. Smoke from recent wildfires in Canada has been traveling to multiple U.S. states, including Minnesota and Wisconsin. That has triggered air quality alerts in some places. Almost 3,000 firefighters from Canada and the U.S. battled 91 active wildfires on Saturday. Well, locally, if you're looking for a faster way to fly, La Crosse Regional Airport has your back this week. The airport's hosting a chance to enroll in TSA PreCheck. PreCheck is an expedited screening program for U.S. citizens or permanent residents. So if you'd like to sign up, you can schedule an appointment online by selecting La Crosse. Appointments go all week, and you can see those times on your screen. You do not need an airline ticket to enroll. Just bring those necessary documents. We'll post a link to sign up on our website. That is news8000.com. And senators in Minnesota passed a bill Saturday clearing the pathway to legal marijuana use for people over the age of 21. The measure was already approved by the House, and in the Senate, it passed 34-32 on a party line vote. DFL supporters say Minnesotans are ready. Some Republicans, though, still have reservations, including concerns over public safety and the gap between legalization and the regulated legal market.
We'll be moving quickly forward with this legalization before law enforcement has the tools needed to keep our communities safe.
The bill now goes to Minnesota Governor Tim Walz, who has pledged to sign it into law. Walz is expected to sign in the next week or so, and once that happens, it'll be legal for Minnesotans to have up to 2 pounds of cannabis flower in their homes. That bill also expunges low-level cannabis convictions. And negotiations over raising the debt ceiling are running down to the wire. President Biden and House Speaker Kevin McCarthy have set a Monday afternoon meeting to reach a deal over raising the nation's debt ceiling. The White House and Republican negotiators have been unable to reach consensus over the weekend. The president rushed back to Washington, cutting his overseas trip short to work out that deal in person.
I believe it was a productive phone call. We're 11 days out. We've got to be able to solve this problem, and we have to spend less than we spent last year.
Biden called on Republicans to move towards a deal through a combination of spending cuts and new tax revenues. The GOP is asking for what amounts to a 13% across-the-board cut in federal spending. Economists say a default could send stocks plummeting. It could also increase interest rates for credit cards and mortgages, and even send the U.S. economy into a recession. Well, before Biden's return to the U.S., he attended a meeting with Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky. Biden announced a multi-million-dollar shipment was on its way to Ukrainian troops. So that includes more ammunition to bolster Ukraine's abilities on the battlefield. From the battlefield, though, there was sobering news. Russian fighters claimed they'd finally taken the city of Bakhmut after months of fierce fighting. Ukraine denied it, but admitted that situation is critical. Coming up on News 8, making a splash. Dogs in Florida hit the waves for a cause. A look at that roaring good time coming up later. But first, a rally for Remy. Years after their daughter was diagnosed with a rare disease, the Holman family is rallying a community to support people like her. That's coming up after the break.
Taco John's new double beef and potato quesadilla is so filling, it'll have you speaking double. Double seasoned beef, crispy potato olays. 5 melty cheeses, double beef olay. New ultra filling double beef and potato quesadilla for a limited time at Taco John John's.
Water is one of nature's most beautiful and life-sustaining resources. At no fault of their own, many Wisconsin utility customers are facing a shutoff to their water service. This leaves them without the one life-giving resource we all take for granted. And those hardest hit are on fixed incomes, juggling multiple temporary jobs, or those who lost full-time jobs in sectors hardest hit by the pandemic. If someone you care about needs a hand up, your local Wisconsin energy providers are working together to keep you safely in your home and your water, heat, and power on. If you are in danger of losing your water service, call 833-H2O-WISC, 833-426-9472. You may not ask for it, but we're here to help.
With most value menus, more cheese means spending more cheddar. But Taco John's Valuest menu isn't most value menus. Now get our Nacho Crunch Burrito with chicken for just $3. Or get it with beef for just $2.
Only on the Valuest menu at Taco John's.
Thank you for watching News 8 Now. Expect more.
A Holman family raised money this weekend for their 3-year-old daughter who's living with a rare disorder. News 8 Now's Jeremy Wall joins us in studio with Remy's story. Jeremy?
Winner is 80.
There's strength in numbers.
It's overwhelming. It's an incredible feeling knowing that all of these people are rallying for Remy.
Over 300 people came to All-Star Lanes and Banquets on Saturday to support 3-year-old Remy Stoa, as Remy's been living with health issues since she was born.
She wasn't growing, so we started doing genetic testing, and that's how it was discovered that she had Wiedemann-Steiner syndrome.
Remy is one of 3 kids. She's the only one in her family with special needs. Remy's mom says the genetic disorder affects her differently.
There's so many different issues. Remy's in particular, she does have GI issues, so she does have a feeding tube.
Remy was also recently diagnosed with autism and had a few different surgeries. Those concerns come with a cost.
And there's just not enough information out there. When Remy got her diagnosis, the geneticist told me what the diagnosis was, gave me a website to look at, and basically said good luck.
The Wiedemann-Steiner Syndrome Foundation says the disease has only been identified since 2012.
We don't know what outlook looks like, so in almost every parent's case, it is a day-by-day situation.
Today, the family is on a mission raising money to answer those questions and to help more people with Wiedemann-Steiner syndrome. Over $21,000 were raised yesterday. Remy's mom is creating.
All right, thanks, Jeremy. So if you'd like to learn more about the syndrome, we'll post more information on our website. That is news8000.com. And coming up on News 8, Kicking It for a Cause. We'll take you down to Viroqua, where a friendly competition helped out some furry friends.
And in the world of weather, we had temperatures in the upper 70s to low 80s. We made it to 80 in La Crosse as well as Boscobel. Upper 70s, though, across the majority of the Coulee region. Now, we are going to cool off just a smidge midweek. We'll talk about that in the first warn forecast on the other side of the break. Stay with us.
Are you in need of a new water heater? Here at Maxwell White, we offer the best solutions for homeowners in La Crosse and the surrounding areas. Being the best means installing the best. Our American-made Bradford White water heaters can revolutionize your home and give you the home comfort you've always wanted. Contact Maxwell White today to find out how a professionally installed Bradford White water heater is right for your home. Our expert technicians will answer all of your questions and find the best possible solution for you. Maxwell White, plumbing done right.
Are you tired of looking out your dirty windows? Coulee Region Window Cleaning is here to help. Locally owned with honest and fair pricing, and satisfaction is always guaranteed. More than dirty windows? If it's on your house, we can clean it. Call 769-7048 today for your free quote and get $100 off your service. Coulee Region Window Cleaning, we're doggone good. Call 769-7048 today or visit CooleyRegionWindowCleaning.com.
This time of year has many different names. We call it Showtime. It's when there's work to be done and fun to be had. Plus, it's time for Auto Show, where you can experience new Ford SUVs firsthand. Then head to your Northland Ford dealers for exclusive offers like 0% financing for 36 months, plus $1,000 in open trade assist on select Ford SUVs. It's showtime. Hurry in today. Now for a limited time only, get 0% financing for 36 months, plus $1,000 in open trade assist on select Ford SUVs. Only at your Northland Ford dealers.
When migraine strikes, you're faced with a choice. Ride it out with the trade-offs of treating, or push through the pain and symptoms. With Ubrelvy, there's another option. One dose works fast to eliminate migraine pain. Treat it anytime, anywhere, without worrying where you are or if it's too late. Do not take with strong CYP3A4 inhibitors. Allergic reactions to Ubrelvy can happen. Most common side effects were nausea and sleepiness. Migraine pain relief starts with you. Ask about Ubrelvy. Learn how AbbVie could help you save.
Welcome to the rustic side of Black River Furniture Outlet, Western Wisconsin's cabin store. Buy unique, one-of-a-kind pieces made in the USA, featuring aspen, hickory, barnwood, and specialty woods like walnut and maple burl. Shop dining sets, bars and bar stools. Find epoxy pieces, coffee and end tables, cabin furniture bedroom sets in king, queen, full, or twin. Bunk beds and case pieces to match. Huge selection in stock to take home or deliver today. Family and veteran owned, Black River Furniture Outlet, Black River Falls.
Spring is a great time to plan your next home improvement project. Call now for a free estimate on windows, doors, siding, sunrooms, decks, baths, kitchens, or flooring. You're watching News 8 Now. Expect more.
Viroqua area emergency responders had some fun in the sun today while raising money for their furry friends. News 8 Now's Anna Fisher joins us live in studio to tell us about today's kickball tournament. Anna?
Emily, a little friendly competition is a great way to raise some money. The first annual Kickball for Fur Babies brought these community departments together to do just that. A day in the dugout to help the cats and dogs.
We see over 400 animals into our shelter here in Viroqua, trying to find them forever homes.
Kickball for Fur Babies is the first of 2 fundraisers for the Driftless Humane Society. The shelter needs repairs, new therapies, and more.
They're called neonatal kitten kits that would have everything for an orphan kitten that someone in the community would need.
Driftless Humane Society hopes to raise $17,000.
We're a small community. We're all really supportive, which is why it's great to have this out.
They're hoping to meet that goal with help from the Vernon County Sheriff's Department.
Getting beaten down by the Driftless Humane Society.
The Viroqua Fire Department and its police department.
We face some stressful situations, and when you can meet when it's not out on an emergency call, it's just so nice to interact.
Staying cool for a cause. And the Driftless Humane Society beat the Vernon County Sheriff's Department 21-11. And the second game featured Viroqua Fire versus Viroqua Police. Viroqua Fire did beat the police 14-8. Emily?
Sounds like some friendly competition. All right, thanks, Anna. The Driftless Humane Society will have an open house fundraiser on Saturday, June 17th. You can check out our website, news8000.com, for more details. Well, I would have loved to be a part of that.
See, I think what we need to do, Emily, just some weekend, just get the News 8 staff and then get the other guys from the other side of the river. Just have one big kickball tournament.
I'm in. I will say, I don't have any coordination. I can't kick the ball, but I can run. So I'll just punt it and move.
Well, see, I can, well, before my knee, because I messed up my kicking knee. So I could kick the ball. Now I can't even kick or run to save my life. So
it's too bad. Well, will we have good kickball weather this week?
We will. Short answer is yes. Next several days, we're going to see plenty of sun. I did have to put a rain chance, though, at the tail end of the 8th day. Today, though, wasn't bad to play kickball. Look at this. We made it to 80 after a morning start of 47, 74, and 52 is where we should be for this time of year. 92 was the record high set back in 1970. You got to go back to 1883 to see the record low of 31 degrees. And we still need some rain. We're now over an inch below normal for the entire month. So we need just a little bit to kind of keep us on par. And Eau Claire, good evening to you guys. You made it to 80 as well after a morning start of 44, 72, and 47 is where you should be for this time of year. And it's a gorgeous night. We're sitting at 58 degrees in Eau Claire. We have clear skies. Humidity is at 60%, and we have a nice calm wind out there at this hour. La Crosse, look at this, 65 degrees, clear sky, 68 is the current temperature at the airport. Humidity is at 58% with winds out of the east at 6 miles per hour. And we're seeing temperatures in the 50s and 60s across the area. 52 in Sparta, 50 in Black River Falls, 58 in Eau Claire, 58 in Ladysmith, Double Nichols, 55 in Volkfield. One of the warm spots Viroqua, 67 degrees, 10 cooler as you make your way towards Boscobel. So when you wake up in the morning, temperatures will be in the 50s from top to bottom, making for a beautiful evening out there. We'll see mostly clear skies. We'll see temperatures in the mid-40s towards Black River Falls, 54 in New Albany, 53 Lansing, 52 in Prairie du Chien. Then highs for tomorrow back into the 70s and 80s with mostly sunny skies, making for a beautiful start to the work week. So the radar scan right now, we have a clean sweep across the Coulee region. High pressure, as I mentioned yesterday, as advertised, it is large, it is in charge, it is in control, and it's going to stay in control. We get on the back end of this as we go into the week. That's what's going to allow those temperatures to go back up into the 80s. But I want to keep your eye on Tuesday going into Wednesday. So watch what happens. This high pressure is going to be in control. It's going to push its way off towards the east. When we get into Tuesday night going into Wednesday, watch what happens. You see this right here. This is what we call a backdoor cold front. So instead of moving from west to east, it's going to move in from the north to the south. And you see the wind starting to shift out of the north and the northeast. And watch what happens as we go into your Tuesday and Wednesday. You can see it right here pushing its way through on Sky Tracker. Here we go. That area is shaded in blue. You can see that wind starting to shift, and then it pushes its way into the Coulee region. And what does this mean for you and me? Oh, it's going to drop the temperatures yet again. We'll go from highs in the 80s to highs in the mid to upper 60s on Wednesday. Look at that. To be exact, 69 degrees is all we're going to push for on Wednesday. By Thursday, we go to 70. We go back into the mid 70s for Friday, 77 for Saturday, upper 70s for Sunday. And then the rain chance returns, Emily, for Monday. 81 degrees, 30% chance of rain. But you know what? As what do they say, 4 out of 5 people recommend whatever. 7 out of 8 days. Not too bad, but that day 8 though.
Yeah, you know what? At that point, we'll probably be tired of the sun, right?
Right. Well, and as I mentioned, we do need a little bit because we are below normal for the month. So.
All right. Well, I'll take it then.
Me too.
Thank you, Eric.
You bet.
And now it's time to announce the chosen Picturing Our Community photo for the week. This week's winner is Teresa Maddie of Mindoro with this shot of at day's end. Every week we pick a photo to be shared in a gallery on our website at news8000.com and socially on our News 8 Now Facebook page, Twitter, and Instagram. If you'd like to participate, just head to news8000.com, click on Submit Photos and Videos under the Home tab, then click on Picturing Our Community and enter your photo. A new winner will be chosen every Friday, announced Sunday night, and then showcased online Monday morning. And coming up in sports, a big day for UWL baseball. The Eagles needed just one win to advance to the Super Regionals, but it doesn't come without a little drama. Kate has the highlights after the break.
News 8 Now Sports is brought to you by Mayo Clinic Health System. At Mayo Clinic Health System, get personalized specialty care with access to experts from orthopedics to neurosurgery and cardiology to cancer care, all close to home.
It's Home's Memorial Day sale with a large selection of in-stock furniture on sale up to 30% off. Plus, get no money down, no minimum purchase, 6-year special financing, and free shipping during the Memorial Day sale. Only at Home Furniture.
The GMC Sierra with hands-free driving. It rocks. Step up to GMC with 0.9% APR and no monthly payments for 90 days on Sierra light duty models.
Visit your best choice GMC dealer today.
Hello, I'm Christy Halenka, Reading Program Chair at Viterbo University. Viterbo is proud to serve our area communities by providing programs that produce quality educators and leadership in our schools. Viterbo University is once again partnering with News 8 to recognize outstanding classroom teachers in the area. We look forward to working with generations of teachers and change agents for years to come. Do you know a top-notch teacher? Then go online to news8000.com or write to this address.
This is how legends are. 2024 Chevy Silverado HD with Duramax diesel. And the Chevy Silverado with powerful TurboMax engine. No matter what route you take, there's a Chevy truck to get you there. Find new roads. Get 1.9% financing on all 2023 Silverado 1500 LT TurboMax pickups, or current Chevy owners get $5,250 total cash allowance when you trade in an eligible vehicle. Find new roads at your local Chevy dealer.
Come see what great sleep looks like on a purple mattress from Home Sleep Express. Right now, get no money down, 6-year special financing with free delivery, free setup, and a 120-night guarantee. The famous purple mattress at Home Sleep Express.
News 8 Now Sports is brought to you by Mayo Clinic Health System. Here's News 8 Now's Kate Overton.
Welcome to News 8 Sports today. The UWL Eagles were battling for a spot in next week's Division III Baseball Super Regionals. Today was simple. A win in Game 1 and the Eagles advanced, but a loss would set up a winner-take-all Game 2. They were up against Bethel University, who UWL beat 10-5 on Saturday. Let's go down to Copeland Park. We'll pick this one up late in the game. Eagles lead 3-1, bases loaded for Bethel, but Tucker Bosch gets out of a jam, a ground ball to second, and the throw to first in time as Bethel leaves the bases loaded. Now in the 7th, and Bethel's Justin Winterfeld is going to make things interesting. He sends one over the left field wall, and the Royals pull within 1. Now in the 9th, UWL 1 out away from the win, but with a man on, Andrew Cardenas says not so fast. He smashes a 2-run shot over the right field wall, and Bethel completes the comeback and steals Game 1 4-3. But in Game 2, things were a little different. UWL stepped on the gas this time and didn't look back. They were up 14-1 in the 8th inning, and they didn't stop there. Ben Larange pinch hitting and delivering. He hits one to deep left field, and it's gone. A 2-run home run puts the Eagles up 15. 9th inning, Alex Mock trying to close it out, and he gets the batter to pop out to center field. Vanden Heuvel's under it, and the Eagles are moving on to the Super Regional. They've got a familiar foe in front of them. They'll be facing UW Stevens Point next weekend, battling for a spot in the Division III World Series. These two teams have split the season series 2-2. Game 1 is set for Friday at noon with Games 2 and, if needed, Game 3 both on Saturday. All right, let's go to the pros. The Brewers are still at the top of the division, but needed a win to avoid the sweep against the Tampa Bay Rays. Let's go down to Tropicana Field. Scoreless game in the 2nd, and in steps Willy Adames. And Adames gets a hold of that pitch, sends it to deep right field, and it clears the fence for a solo shot. Brewers on top. 4th inning now, man on for Rowdy Tellez, and he smokes this pitch. Center fielder giving chase, but that's over the center field wall for a 2-run shot. Brewers go up by 3. Rays would actually tie it up, but then in the 5th, William Contreras is going to take the lead right back. A 2-run shot to center field. It's now 5-3 Brewers. Same inning, Brian Anderson at the plate. Anderson gets one through to the outfield. Yelich, he rounds third. He's going to come in to score. Brewers add another as they get the win 6-4. A quick check-in on the Chicago Cubs. They're taking on the Phillies. Pitchers duel late in this one, but Bryson Scott is going to put a change to that. He takes one deep for a 2-run home run, and that puts Philly up 2. 9th inning, Cubs need some magic. Christopher Morel is going to give them some. He launches a solo shot to right, but Chicago still trails by 1. 2 batters later, Patrick Wisdom at the plate, and he's going to pop one behind center or behind home plate. Realmuto catches it, and that's the game. Cubs fall 2-1. And the Twins were going for a series win against Mike Trout and the Angels. 3rd inning, Carlos Correa up against Shohei Ohtani, and Correa is going to get the best of him here. He finds the gap in left center field. Joey Gallo is going to come in and score, and Minnesota takes a 1-0 lead. Pablo Lopez pitching great for Minnesota, but runs into some trouble in the 7th. 2 runners on for Mickey Moniak, and he takes Lopez off the wall. Both runners will make their way home, and the Angels now in front. Twins not out of it yet. Alex Kirilloff sends one to opposite field, and this is going to somehow clear the fence and isn't caught. It looked like Moniak caught it, but no, that's a home run. But there's no comeback, and LA closes this one out 4-2. We'll end things with some golf. Final round of the PGA Championship in Rochester, New York. Maybe the story of the day, Michael Block. He spends most of his time teaching golf lessons for $125 a lesson, but making a name for himself here as he hits a hole-in-one on hole 15. He'd finish in the top 15 and earns himself a huge payday. And here's your leader, Brooks Koepka, coming into the day with a 1-stroke lead. Second shot on hole 2, and what a beauty this is. Lands it within feet of the pin. He'd knock that in for birdie. Now on hole 18, 2-stroke lead. He doesn't need the first putt, and then he'd go up and tap that second putt in, and once again, he wins the PGA Championship. It's his 5th major win, his 3rd PGA Championship win, and always seems to somehow show up for these tournaments. That's all for sports. We'll be right back.
When Derek Van Orden wanted your vote, he signed the U.S. Term Limits Pledge.
But now, Congressman Van Orden is breaking his U.S. term limits pledge. Term Limits Action is responsible for the content of this advertising.
As a veteran of our country's armed services, you have already made the ultimate sacrifice. Why should you have to continue to do that? Through no fault of your own, you may be experiencing hardships, such as the inability to pay rent, utilities, or receive other life-sustaining services. And once again, you're called upon by your family to serve and protect. We want you to know we are here to support you. The Veterans Rental Assistance Program was created by and for people living in Wisconsin, with benefit approvals being issued to veterans in just days, not months. It's not easy to ask for a hand up, but we are clear in our mission. No Wisconsin veteran should ever have to face homelessness or lose heat, power, or water again. 833-WIS-VRAP. That's 833-947-8727.
This time of year has many different names. We call it Showtime. It's when there's work to be done and fun to be had. Plus, it's time for Auto Show, where you can experience new Ford SUVs firsthand. Then head to your Northland Ford dealers for exclusive offers like 0% financing for 36 months, plus $1,000 in open trade assist on select Ford SUVs. It's showtime. Hurry in today. Now for a limited time only, get 0% financing for 36 months, plus $1,000 in open trade assist on select Ford SUVs. Only at your Northland Ford dealers.
It's the most wonderful time of the year.
Non-drowsy Claritin knocks out symptoms from over 200 allergens without knocking you out. Feel the clarity and make today the most wonderful time of the year. Live Claritin Clear.
Birthdays are something to celebrate, and our News 8 This Morning team highlight them every day. If someone you know is turning 8 or 88, submit a picture of them at news8000.com today. Look Who's 8, brought to you locally by Pediatric Dentistry of Onalaska. Little teeth, big smiles.
Diapers in politicians must be changed often, and for the same reason. And already something stinks about Derek Van Orden. Now politician Van Orden is breaking his U.S. term limits pledge. Term Limits Action is responsible for the content of this advertising.
In Florida, Flagler Beach hosted its second annual Hang 8 dog surfing event yesterday. Check this out. 30 dogs signed up to surf, along with even more dogs taking part in a costume contest. There are even pups at the beach available for adoption. The mayor helped organize that event. She says it's been a huge success.
Flagler Beach is a dog-friendly community. We're a surf community. What better to marry the two and have an event here in our local town?
We'll be right back.
Ashley's Memorial Day sale is going on now. Get up to 50% off Spotlight deals. Plus, pay 0% interest for 72 months with no minimum or down payment. And ask how to receive a $100 Visa prepaid card. Only at Ashley.
This is how legends are.
2024 Chevy Silverado HD with Duramax diesel. And the Chevy Silverado with powerful TurboMax engine. No matter what route you take, there's a Chevy truck to get you there. Find new roads. Get 1.9% financing on all 2023 Silverado 1500 LT TurboMax pickups, or current Chevy owners get $5,250 total cash allowance when you trade in an eligible vehicle. Visit HometownChevy.com.
When migraine strikes, you're faced with a choice. Ride it out with the trade-offs of treating, or push through the pain and symptoms. With Ubrelvy, there's another option. One dose works fast to eliminate migraine pain. Treat it anytime, anywhere, without worrying where you are or if it's too late. Do not take with strong CYP3A4 inhibitors. Allergic reactions to Ubrelvy can happen. Most common side effects were nausea and sleepiness. Migraine pain relief starts with you. Ask about Ubrelvy. Learn how AbbVie could help you save.
Double check that. That's pretty good. Yeesh. Not crying, are you? Let's tighten that and... Ooh. Wait, what was that? What? No, don't worry about that. Here we go.
Asking the right question can greatly impact your future.
Are you qualified to do this? What?
Especially when it comes to your finances.
Do you have a question?
Are you a certified financial planner?
Yes, I'm a CFP professional.
CFP professionals are committed to acting in your best interest. That's why it's gotta be a CFP. Find your CFP professional at letsmakeaplan.org.
To everyone who appreciates a handcrafted meal, are you ready for a taste of Wisconsin?
Butterburger's cooked fresh, just the way you like.
The way you love.
Definitely love.
And our thick and creamy frozen custard, we make it for you all throughout the day. All day.
All day, every day. Put it in the extra work and not cutting corners. Takes a little longer.
But it's how we've always done it at Culver's. Because making your meal with
Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious.
Ashley's Memorial Day mattress sale is going on now. Save $1,000 on select Sealy mattresses and get $100 instant savings on Ashley Sleep adjustable base sets. Plus, pay 0% interest for 72 months with no minimum or down payment. Only at Ashley.
Next 8 days keeps us in the 70s and 80s till we get to Wednesday. We go to 69 degrees, 70s for next weekend. That forecast is subject to change without notice.
All right. Thank you for watching News 8.